welcome to Coffee with Marci. If you've ever watched a magician perform amazing tricks and feats and left scratching your head wondering how did they do that, you are not alone because I can never figure it out. So today I invited close-up magician and mentalist Jonathan Blair of Jonathan Blair Magic to hear about the world of magic. And he may even do a little magic later on. Welcome to Coffee with Marci, Jonathan.
Thank you very much. I'm very pleased to be here.
It's awesome to have you, and you are doing amazing things by putting smiles on people's faces and doing fun magic. So you help people forget about their troubles and stress. So tell us about what it is that you do exactly with entertainment and being a mentalist.
Well, my background is in the theater, and you're able to connect with people on a level that's really amazing. One of the most important things about what I do is I'm able to share something, a unique experience that people don't see all the time.
Yeah.
And whenever I go anywhere, people ask me, can you do a trick? And I'm always prepared to share something.
Yeah. I think people get excited about that, right?
They certainly do.
Yeah.
They do.
People love to be entertained and want to smile and see how you're doing, and your trick.
To see the reactions on their faces. Some of the most incredible reactions I've seen are from high school students. I performed at an event, and I was doing a mentalism trick, and the anticipation from these high school students, and it's almost like they knew that we're the culmination of what was going to happen, but when the end came, they literally jumped back like 6 feet.
Oh, they did?
And landed on my girlfriend's foot, who was videotaping. and we had a real laugh about it. Like,
yeah.
Wow, that stunning kind of reaction.
Right. What was the trick?
It was a kind of a prediction thing.
Oh, so the
Prediction
mentalism side. That is so cool. I love that stuff. So why do you think you connect to teens and school-age kids so much?
There's something about that age where they're starting to really open their minds, and there's a real suspension of disbelief at that age.
Yeah.
Where younger kids, there's more of a challenge, kind of an enigma for them to wrap their brains around, and they want an answer, and they're not happy that they're being they feel like they're being fooled. But when they start to get older, they really feel like they want to enter that zone of total disbelief.
Ah.
And I see that change from 14 to 17, and even college kids even more so.
Really?
Yeah.
So when they're younger, they want the answer.
Yes.
And when they get a little older, they want to be amazed and feel that sense of awe that you've just tricked them in some way, or is that right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think it's really amazing that I see that the adults are just, they're going along for the adults are just going along for the ride.
Right.
And I also, I tweak my performances for every different type of event.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a bar mitzvah, it's a very different approach.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And tell me why you do that.
Because there's a different energy at a bar mitzvah.
Okay.
Totally. The kids are, they're all hanging out together, and there's a lot of kids who are, their emotions are very high. Mm-hmm. And you've got to amp up your energy and your magic for them, because they
you're taking it to a whole different level.
At 12 and 13, the kids are, a lot of the kids have started to study magic, or they've looked on YouTube, and there really is a kind of a gauntlet that you have to go through with this age group.
Yeah.
And I like that.
Yeah?
I like
the challenge, huh?
I like the challenge. I do. I do.
That's great.
Because it's not just about skills and sleight of hand. If it were, a magic performance would take seconds.
Yeah.
And it would be completely. I mean, you can watch somebody handle a deck of cards very well, and you can watch them do something, but you're not. It's passive.
Mm.
It's
Gotcha.
not. It's not interactive.
And you like to be interactive with your audience?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's my ability, my ability to create a sense of wonder, a touch of comedic wit always.
Yeah.
My personality as a performer, and melding all of that together and constructing it in a way that takes the audience in. You know, it's like theater.
Yeah.
You know, you have acts in theater, and it's
Yeah.
the same thing with a performance of magic. There's a beginning and first act, second act, and the finale.
Right.
And even a magic trick has that element.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I've always loved magic, and I love the show, and I love the wonder of it. To not know, I don't want to know, because that takes the fantasy and the entertainment and the mood from it. So this was not your first career.
Oh,
No?
not even close.
No. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I was going to college in Massachusetts, University of Massachusetts at Amherst, with what was supposed to be the career for me in food service, restaurant management, and in opening my own restaurant. And I loved working in restaurants from the time I was 15, but then I got the job, and it wasn't what I thought it would be. It was very little money for many hours, and very unhealthy lifestyle.
I've worked in the restaurant business, I know.
And I burned out pretty quickly.
Uh-huh.
Unfortunately, I didn't go the path that I thought I would go, which was to be a chef. But I immediately, after never being in front of an audience, I suddenly started to do some extra work in movies and
Yeah.
TV in Boston.
Okay.
And I asked myself, could I actually act, take an acting class?
Yeah.
So when I quit my job, I threw myself into acting, and I fell in love with it from the moment I was in front of an audience.
That's
I mean,
great.
it was like a lightning bolt hitting me.
Yeah.
So this is what I meant to do.
What a great feeling.
And there's a lot of downtime in the theater.
Mm.
So I took up magic, and I started to do a little juggling on the streets of Boston.
Yeah.
And when I finished in Boston to return to New York, I thought that maybe I could actually make it as an actor in New York, but that was not to be the case. And my parents, I actually moved back with my parents at 30 years old.
Yeah.
And they told me that we'll give you 3 years to get an agent, and then we're going to send you back to culinary school to CIA.
Yeah.
And I said that's fair enough, but it was obvious that it was not in the cards for me.
Yeah.
But
That's okay. You know what? A lot of us go after it. It's a hard thing to break into.
It's very hard. And the next thing I knew, I put an ad in a newspaper as a magician, and I started getting calls and making money from it.
That is great. So then you solely started doing magic.
Yes.
Yes. So
Yeah.
tell us about that.
It was a hard hill to climb. But once I started studying with other magicians, not learning in a vacuum. Back then, in the mid '90s, we didn't have YouTube.
Yes.
We did have videos that magicians would create for each other, but generally it was books were the resource for learning.
I've been into some of the magic stores with the books and all. My son got into magic for a little while.
Oh, very nice.
It's there's like a really cool energy when you walk into a magic store.
There is.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time in magic stores hanging out,
Yeah.
learning from other magicians.
Yeah, because they're there, and they were even showing us some of the tricks that they had.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, to help us along.
And I started to study with magicians, and I went out to Las Vegas to study with
Ooh.
a New York area illusionist
Uh-huh.
who had a show on the Strip for many years at the Mirage, and
Oh, how
that was
fun.
Jeff McBride.
Mm.
And then in 2005, I began studying with a magician, closet magician, mentalist, producer, and magic consultant named Jamie Ian Swiss.
Oh, wow.
And he was like I would consider him to be the one who kind of pushed me, more than pushed, because
Yeah.
he was very, he doesn't take everybody.
Mhm.
And it was like boot camp for magic.
That's awesome. So he saw something in you.
Evidently.
Mm-hmm.
It's widely known that if you make it past the first 3 lessons with him, then you'll be studying with him forever.
Right.
But
right.
a lot of people don't.
They don't make it.
No.
No. So this obviously was your passion.
Oh yeah.
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 That's incredible. So if somebody wants to hire you, what are they hiring you for? Where are you entertaining them?
Well, we just went through the Perm week
Mhm.
and doing shows for Perm. Yesterday I did a 12-year-old birthday party. This is
Yeah.
the 3rd time they've had me at their party. Tomorrow I might be doing a 25th surprise anniversary celebration,
How fun.
and then I could be doing a wedding, or could be doing a corporate event.
Mm-hmm.
Corporate events are very, very popular.
Yeah, my husband did that and it was a lot of fun. Yeah, I went to one with him and he had a mentalist there.
And then, of course, there are bar and bat mitzvahs.
Mhm.
There are celebrations for towns that I also book out entertainers, other magicians
Oh, okay.
and entertainers, and any kind of event that there might be a moment, a couple of hours where you could bring in entertainment, where people are kind of
Right.
like a cocktail hour
Yeah.
type of reception. A couple of weeks ago, I did an event for Carnival.
Oh.
Where I had hired other entertainers for dancers, a stilt walker,
How
and then I
fun.
did strolling magic.
Yeah. Well, I told you my son's confirmation's coming up, and I think it would be awesome to have you there with the kids.
Well, that would be fun.
Yeah, do some
Certainly be fun.
entertaining. So tell me, what trick are you going to show us? And are you going to teach me how to do the trick? Or are you just going to show us?
I'm just going to show you this one.
Okay, all right, darn it.
I can certainly teach you to do some magic.
All right.
This one is proprietary.
Ah, all right. So I look forward to watching this.
Yes, card magic is one of my favorites, and it's something that people can relate to, because everybody
Yeah.
knows a bicycle deck of cards.
Absolutely. I carry one all the time.
Do you really?
Yeah, I do. My kids and I would play cards a lot.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
So, I always allow people to touch everything
Okay.
that I use in my magic,
Oh,
just
I'm
so
gonna
they
use
can.
my hands, okay.
And that's enough.
You're good. Okay. Ah!
I'm kidding. You can actually look.
All right, guys. Here's cards. Woohoo.
Yeah.
All right. Very good.
Okay. So, what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you select a card.
Okay.
This is a typical presentation, but
Yeah.
I put my own spin on it.
Uh-huh.
Okay. You could take. Don't
Okay.
take the red card, because everybody does. Okay. Now you need to memorize that card. Why don't you share it with the audience?
Okay, guys.
Okay, very good.
Okay.
Now, don't show it to me, because honestly, I've seen this trick 30,000 times. And I don't want to see it again.
Okay.
Now, make sure it's in there.
Okay.
Okay, good. All right.
All
Now,
right.
do you remember the card? Because if you
Oh,
don't,
no. Guys, can you tell me? No, I got it.
everybody's going to tell you out there. They're going to call you or send you emails
Yeah,
what
right?
the card was. So, now, once again, this is a little bit of mentalism here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you knew this, but every card in the deck has a different weight. The red and the black, they have different weights.
Really?
Yeah. So just
Learn
by the
something every
feel,
day.
just by the feel of the deck,
Uh-huh.
I can tell where your card is.
Yeah?
That's right.
And why-
I'm getting
Oh, because every card has a different weight.
That's right.
You said that.
now.
All right, I'm
Wait,
weighing
wait.
them when I get home.
Now I can feel that your card is now on top of the
Okay.
deck.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. This
Oh my God.
This is
Let
your
me
card
see.
right here.
That's not it.
Okay. Yeah, that's embarrassing. You know what? Hold on a second. The 3 of spades, not important.
No, that wasn't it.
Not important. We'll put the 3 of spades in there.
Okay.
And tell me, we'll start at the top again.
Okay.
What about the ace of clubs?
No,
That would be nice if it was the ace of clubs.
it would, but it wasn't.
It wasn't the ace of clubs.
No.
You know, we'll take the ace of clubs we'll place it in the pocket.
In the
right there.
pocket, okay.
But make sure you're watching because it's now the 3 of spades. And
Oh.
the
And
ace of
what's-
clubs, the ace of clubs is now
Okay.
switched places. And then it switched places again with your card.
That's it! He got it. That is so cool. All right, and we're not done.
We're not done. No, that's
No.
not. That's right. We're not done. Would you take the Sharpie marker, please?
Okay.
And would you write your name and social security number on there for me? No, just your social security number.
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
It's
look
right
at
there.
that. And I got Marci's signature. Look at
Yes.
it. Oh wow, this is special. I'm gonna put this
I'm
in
gonna put a
a
little
plaque.
coffee pot.
No,
on
I'm
there.
gonna put this in a plaque and put it on my wall.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, we're gonna ask.
And I want your signature too.
Excellent. We're gonna ask that the 3 of spades join us again because
Okay.
you know we don't want any outliers there. So this is indeed your card.
That's
It's
it.
signed. There's no way I could have another one.
No.
That's why I asked you to sign it.
Okay.
See, I'm playing fair. Now,
Okay.
magicians are known as cheaters, but you know what? I'm gonna show you that the card is still right there.
Uh huh. I
Watch.
see it. Yep.
Watch.
Yep.
It goes in here, and
Okay.
it goes in there. Now watch this. Watch this. Watch this.
All right.
Boom! And now your card is right back on top of the
Oh
deck.
my gosh, that is incredible. All right. So how do you do it?
Very carefully. Very carefully. With
I didn't learn it at all.
a lot of practice.
That is really awesome. That was so much fun.
And that's just a little sample.
I know, that's
The
just a
kind of
little
thing.
sample, so.
Yeah, when I'm strolling around and it's just just meet and greet kind of cocktail hour kind of.
Right, and that's a lot of fun because I love entertainment during the cocktail hour, so that was so awesome. Thank you so much for being on the show, Jonathan.
Thank you so much for having me. It was a lot of fun.
It was awesome, and thank you for putting smiles on our faces and sharing magic with us. So if you want to book Jonathan with Jonathan Blair Magic, then please reach out to jonathanblairmagic.com. And if you would like to email him, jonathanbmagic@gmail.com. Thank you guys so much for checking in, and we will see you soon.